Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So, guys, I have a little giveaway announcement. You will have to hang out until after the community read, and I will explain a little bit. But it is in honor of our spring solstice coming up. I almost said my God, I almost said summer solstice or whatever. Spring equinox. Spring equinox. There we go. It's been a long week. Okay, so make sure you guys join the queue. You can use exclamation point join. Um and I hope you guys are having an awesome Friday. I am using the Oracle of Pluto deck for the community read. If you would like a more in depth situation or a more in depth reading, rather, you can use my tip link in the description, or I can put it in here. Let's see here. So just let me know. All right, let's get the community reading going. So I did a really short, intimate live yesterday. So this one will be more of a energy that we should focus on as a group for the weekend. Yeah, let's look at it that way. What kind of energy do we have around us as we go into the weekend? So as I'm shuffling, just focus on your weekend, whether you plan on it being relaxed or exciting, if you're going to be busy. And do you want uppies, Luna? We'll see. All right, let's see here. So we have for our first card the kangaroo. I have to look this up because this deck I'm not quite as intuitive with yet, but I really like it. So the kangaroo is all about raw energy, feeling optimistic, and just enjoying that vitality of life. So it says that the kangaroo is full of energy and is often depicted in movies and cartoons in a fighting ring, boxing gloves, and all. At its core, this card signals a boost in our life force. Perhaps we have recovered from illness finally finally feel better after being depressed for a long time. Embrace this positive energy as much as you can and take action to make the most of it. If you feel ready to spring, haha, spring, pun intended, into action, do it. Ooh, so this is a very action packed card where it's about embracing the energy that's around you. Even if that means you have a more low key weekend, it doesn't mean go run around the town and stuff. It just means maybe tapping into that energy that's around you and embracing it in some kind of way and putting it towards something that is um meaningful to you. So let's see. Yeah, this is not going to be a low key weekend for me, but I feel like this is going to be a nice weekend for you guys. We have the elephant, and we are getting a lot of the similar blue tones. So maybe that is why we are feeling that low key energy where we're just embracing the serenity and blue or relaxedness from the blue tones here. Let's see, elephant. I like the elephant because the elephant is extremely smart. They have an amazing memory and they're all about their family unit. So there's majesty, wisdom, and endurance, but also the element of obstacles and needing strength to overcome those obstacles with the elephant. Um, so let's see here. It says that it's likely that the obstacle you're facing now is a frustrating one. Maybe this situation has been playing out for some time. And you find yourself feeling defeated and discouraged. The elephant card also calls for resiliency and endurance. Remember that elephants are often symbols of good luck. Yours may be right around the next corner. Ooh, so maybe the energies that are around us are like the energies of good luck and fortune and prosperity. Let's pull one more card. Hey, Luke, maybe that was lucky. You don't know. The universe works in mysterious ways. Okay, last card here. Where is Midnight when I need her? This is the unicorn card. So, um, my friend Midnight is super into unicorns. That is like her jam. Let me see what it says for that. Okay, so unicorns are about synchronicity, magic, and something special. So if we look at all the cards together, right, we had our card of like a lot of energy. We have our card of strength, resiliency, and then we have our card of synchronicity and magic. So maybe this is saying, like, for this weekend, focus on your own spirituality, focus on what makes you feel like one with magic. If you aren't into magic, this could just be like embracing the metaphorical magic around you. What is it that makes you feel magical, feel strong, feel empowered, stuff like that? So let's see what it says about the unicorn. Let's see. Should the mystical unicorn card turn up in a poll, something special is happening in your life, and it's time to pay attention to the synchronicities and the magic all around you. So it makes me wonder, like, we have a lot of energy with a lot of things in flux, especially as we're going into the spring equinox. That's when things start to bloom and blossom and come to life. So have you been missing signs of something important? um Maybe you've been a little closed off because of past obstacles, and it's time to open up to those signs. Let's see what else it says, and then we will get started with the readings. Okay, so it says that the universe is constantly sending us messages. For those of us who are on the spiritual path, you're probably familiar with the idea of synchronicities, the aligning of things that confirm we're on the right path or answer a question we have. So, this is also a sign, like, if you've been seeing angel numbers, make sure to look out for them. The universe has Luke in a choco hold. Oh my gosh, Streamlabs, relax. Ass isn't even a bad word. What are y'all doing? Stop it. All right, let's go ahead and get into the readings. Um, so I see Stargirl, your question, but go ahead and repost it for me just so, like, I know you're there. Midnight, there you are. Look at the card that came up. Oh, wrong one. Look at the card that came up in our community read. It's like she sensed the unicorns and just came out of nowhere. So if you would like some more cards from this deck, just send a little tip my way and I'll gladly pull some extra cards. Otherwise, I'll do my normal 3-card reading using the Eldridge Overload deck. I've been feeling a little like cyberpunkish lately. I was talking about this in my last live stream with Sil in our Tarot Time lives. And it just made me want to really like pull this deck out and use it again. Whoops. Okay. So I'm gonna remove you. It accidentally it rejoined you in the queue, so don't think anything. Just ignore that notification. Okay. So let's see what is coming your way in March. Happy March 1st, guys. If you are into the cinnamon thing, make sure you blow cinnamon in your entryway for prosperity. Let's see. Next card. One more. Whoops. Okay, so we have the These are so hard to read off to the side. This is the Queen of Cups. We have the Five of Swords, and then we have the Six of Cups. Okay, so Queen of Cups, Six of Cups, and then the Five of Swords. So I think March is going to be about learning how to work better in a collaborative or team environment. So the Five of Swords could be how it's a more internal thing, right? It's how these external groups are affecting you mentally, whereas like the Five of Wands is more so how you respond to it externally. So this is how you're responding to it internally, how you're responding to it mentally. And in cases of the Five of Swords, basically what's happening is like you might have some things going on with people around you. With the Two Cups here, I'm assuming that it's more so with friendships or just emotionally. It doesn't necessarily have to be people. It could just be a conglomeration of things weighing on you emotionally, and it's affecting your mental health because of it. So with the Five of Swords, there's a lot of tension and overall conflict a lot of times within yourself with how you're handling things or just being overwhelmed in a situation. And I think that for March, it's about reconnecting with yourself emotionally to overcome that. So sometimes our brain can really be our worst enemy. As someone who overthinks everything, I kind of understand this. Um, and sometimes we just have to relax and let our heart kind of balance that out. So on one side, we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is the most nurturing card. Queens exude that water energy, cups exude that water energy. So together, you have a lot of that healing element. And I think that with the Queen, there's a level of maturity that's also happening. So you're starting to understand what it is you really need. And I think March is going to start to bring that understanding. Now, this isn't to say you're gonna master it or anything. It's just gonna it just means that things are gonna start to make sense, start to really come together, and you'll be in a better position to take care of yourself and just be able to feel more compassionate. Okay, come on, Luna, let's go uppies. To feel more compassionate, either with yourself or with others around you. Now, here we have the Six of Cups, which might indicate that mm, it could be like reflecting on the past, on things that really made you happy. The Six of Cups is like this nostalgia card, but it's also reconnecting with your inner child card. So maybe that's what it is. It's the balance of finding that maturity of today by reflecting on the happiness of one's inner child and being able to connect with it and learning what it is that your inner child needs to feel to help you feel more emotionally connected and taken care of, but also the maturity of age that comes with that and how to overcome the overstimulation, the overwhelmingness of things weighing on you mentally. So I think you have a bit of a uh, journey ahead of you in March. If you're one to do shadow work or if you have a therapist, I definitely recommend like talking about this overall concept so that way you can get a better handle on it. Luna agrees. You're welcome. Yes, trust yourself this month. That's a good I love that. Great message. Okay, Luke, you're up next. Go ahead, put your question in the chat. I know, she's so cute. You're so cute. Luna needs her own little podcast. I wish she like If she'd like to lay on her cat bed when I was doing this, I would love to set up like a little kitty camera. Some Twitch streamers do that, and it would just be so fun, but she's too all over the place. Ooh, how do you become one with yourself again? All right, let's see, Luke. How can you become one with yourself again? Luna, you're making this difficult. Sorry, hold on. I know, but they don't they used to like briefly for a short period of time. They used to hang out, but they're just too all over the place. All right, next card. Let's see, Luke. All right. We have the four of coins, we have the nine of coins, and then we have the seven of swords. Mm, this feels like that. Okay. So seven of swords feels more reverse for this combination and this message. So I think starting off, I think one of the things is to focus on yourself, and even though that might feel a little selfish, like with the four of swords, it's about guarding your resources. A lot of times with the I'm sorry, four of pentacles, a lot of times that can come off as really greedy sounding, but sometimes we just need a moment to be selfish so we can focus on ourselves and put ourselves first and just reconnect. It's almost like rebaselining. And if you don't know what baselining is, it's basically um like I'll use a budget as an example. Baselining is understanding the baseline of what money comes in and what comes out. When we talk about energy, baselining is like when you're focusing on yourself, what energy do you need to exert? Meaning everybody has to go to work, right? Everybody has to do chores. So you have certain things that you have to do that you're obligated to do. And then there's certain ways that you can replenish that energy. And this is how you baseline. After you figure that out, what do you have time for? Or how can you introduce new ways or extra ways to replenish yourself? Are you willing to expel that energy that makes sense? And I think that's where this four of cups. I really want to say four of swords. I think Midnight got four of swords stuck in my head because she's the four of swords girl. Four of pentacles. When the four of pentacles shows up in this case, I think that this is saying like take a moment, assess what it is that you have, just the physical energy you have to give, or to give to yourself really, and figure out what that looks like. And then with the nine of coins, this is where there's someone when this pops up, sometimes it's the like hashtag treat yourself card, where like do things that make you feel a little luxurious, and luxurious means something different for everybody. Some people that can mean going to a spa, other people it could be retail therapy, some people it could just be recharging in front of a TV and binging their favorite show. So what is just a day where you can feel like you can pamper yourself? It's all about you. This plays off of this rebaselining of being a little selfish, hashtag self-care, um, and just being able to reconnect with yourself while having fun. As a Taurus, since I know you're a Taurus, we like to spoil ourselves. And again, spoiling yourself looks different for everybody. So Luke, what does that mean to you? That's basically what this is getting at, right? And then finally we have the seven of swords here. So this feels reversed because the air and earth here don't play well together. This is kind of this makes more sense this way. The 7 of Swords, I feel like in being able to take time for yourself, spoil yourself, pamper yourself, whatever that looks like, you will find some unexpectedly good things that happen. So, things that you might not realize that you enjoyed doing before, or realize that you're like, it doesn't matter if I make time for that or not. You'll see some unexpected things pop up that connect with you mentally, and it just kind of starts to get the gears turning a little bit. So the thing about the 7 of Swords upright, right? So upright is a little more um planned strategy. In reverse, it's more so like unexpected things come up as they go. So there's a little bit of a go with the flow kind of suggestion here. Not crazy, just kind of like, test the water, see how they feel, and if it doesn't work, try something else, but you don't need to make hard set rooted plans. As a type A kind of Taurus, I tend to overplan, which ends up being very stressful. It's both stress-free and stressful. It's very hard to explain. So this one, I think, is saying just relax, go with the flow, see how things work, and all of that under the ultimate goal of reconnecting with yourself. So you just have to make yourself a priority. I would say if you don't take anything else away from that reading, your goal is to make yourself the priority. Yeah, if you're already doing it, good. I think the problem is that sometimes we do this for ourselves and we feel guilty about it because we live in this hustle culture that says we shouldn't be doing these things. All right, Sierra, I know you put your question in already, but repost it just so I know that you're here. And then I I have uh Steph after Sierra. Take a chill pill. Easier said than done. Oh, I forgot to announce the giveaway. Oops. I'll do it soon. I'll do it at the end because we only have Steph up next. You're welcome, Luke. Yeah, don't feel guilty for treating yourself. I'll share that gift, that treat yourself gift, all day, every day if I need to. All right, Sierra, let's see who is coming towards you. Okay, who's coming towards Sierra this year? Ooh, the Magician. Okay. Oh, the 9 of Coins is back. Oops. Okay. You have the Magician, the 9 of Coins, our only repeat of the night so far, and the Page of Cups. So I feel like you have someone really interesting coming your way. If you are in the witchy pagan communities, I feel like it's someone who is that. If you're not, I still kind of feel like it might be someone like that, but it could just be someone who is like very spiritual. It's really hard to gauge that nowadays because there's such an array of people from pagan to witch to just spiritual, so many different ways to call very similar things. So, I feel like too, if you have been manifesting a specific person, that is also this magician here is also an indication of that. So, the magician um the magician is the card of manifestation, so that's why I mentioned that. But also the magician, obviously, with the magician card, it's someone who is it just kind of imbues that magical side of things. But they're also someone who is confident, and I feel like someone who is just ultimately skillful in a lot of different things. Um, and mirrored with the Page of Cups, I think that maybe someone who is a little more youthful, not necessarily, and I don't mean that they are a young person, I just mean that they have a very youthful energy. So the Page of Cups is someone who also has that. Both of these cards reflect magic to me. Um, could be my own little bias, like filtering in there, but having two cards that really reflect people that imbue magic seems like a very forefront of the reading. So pages are also, they they are the ones that are really excited to just explore. They're not the ambitious, like, go-getters of the knights. They're more of the wanting to learn different things and explore different things. They are the Page of Cups is full of creativity. It's sort of a romantic, in touch with their emotions kind of energy, but has a more youthful, effervescent vibe. So then we have the Nine of Coins. I mentioned previously that this is kind of like the card of luxury in this case. Um, I would say that this person is probably more successful, very independent, um, someone who just has a good handle on their resources around them. So this is someone who, one, probably dabbles in magic in some regard, or is just very spiritual, very creative, explorative, um, is very somewhat in touch emotionally, but then also is very independent, has a good head on their shoulders in regard to their finances, their home life, and such as that. So you have someone very interesting coming towards you this year. I will say, timing wise, though, I know you didn't really ask this, but timing is very subjective in tarot. I would say that this is probably towards the end of the year, between the cups and the pentacles. Cups are like months, pentacles can be really slow, it could be years. But so I would say that this is probably something that starts to develop towards the end of the year. Midnight, I wish. I freaking wish. Make sure you guys like this video, and stay tuned for my giveaway announcement. Oh, okay. That sounds good stuff. In fact, I'll take a break. So, um, your first hint, I'm officially going to announce this tomorrow, but you guys, my live stream guys always get, like, I guess, a prequel of everything that I do. Just it happens to work out that way. Make sure you guys join the Discord to get the explicit details of the giveaway. But this is in honor of the spring equinox, which is happening, but I'm going to announce it at the end of March. I will be giving away the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot. This is open, but I only used it for a flip through. It wasn't my jam, so this went into the giveaway pile for you guys. So I'll announce all of that. This is just a little teaser, kind of like a behind the scenes sneak peek kind of thing. And you'll get more details later. But your hint is to join the Discord. James, let me know where you sent that. Oh, PayPal. Okay. All right. One sec. I'm so used to people using Cash App that I was like, Let's see it. 1 second. Let me just double check. Okay, got it. All right. So let's let's see where your relationship is going. Let me pull some oracle cards for you. Um, this is using my Oracle of Pluto deck. Just some people like to know the deck. Luke, which deck? The Elridge Overload. Let's see, James. See where your relationship is going. Ooh, the House of Cat. Oh, the House Cat. I can't read. One more. Let's do two. And the Rooster. All right, let's see what we have here for the for your oracle. Just the oracle is just kind of like an overall energy of the general reading, and then the tarot will dive deeper into it. Okay, so for House Cat, the House Cat is interesting. There's a lot of different energies going on. This card represents choices, the easy way out, rewilding. Rewilding is like a concept of reconnecting with the wild, being a little more free and open, reconnecting with the wilderness, so to speak. So it says the house cat asks us about the decisions we're making and whether they're in alignment with what we truly want, believe, and need. And then conversely, we have the rooster. Let's see here. I like this deck. It's just so hard to find the cards in here. Ooh, the rooster is dominant. The rooster exhibits incredible dominance. These birds are naturally territorial, aggressive, and in charge. If another rooster enters the flock, the two are quick to battle it out. You may find yourself being challenged by another alpha, quote unquote, and having to assert your dominance. So I feel like this might insinuate that there are some outside people affecting this relationship. Let's dive a little deeper. Feral is a good way to explain rewilding. Let's see here. I'm gonna move these over a little. Let's pull some cards. Oops. Okay. Let's do one more. Okay. And feel free to talk through as I'm explaining. That's totally okay. Um, so we have the 10 of cups here. We have the 6 of wands, and then we have the can't see this 2 of wands. So hmm, this is reversed. So this 10 of cups is reversed. Six of Wands, and Two of Wands. The reason I did that, we have the water energy here not meshing well with the dominant fire energy here. The I'll just kind of go in order, I think. The 10 of Cups really mimics a lot of what we're seeing in these cards up here. So I mentioned previously before pulling the tarot that it feels very much like there are some outside forces involved in this relationship. And I want to say too, like, I always caveat, I'm a girl slinging cards on the internet. Please make sure you talk to each other. Do not use anything I say as law. You still have control over the situation. So that being said, I don't see good things in the future. What's that? Oh gosh. My allergies are crazy, guys. Okay. One more, hold on. Okay, so sorry. So with the 10 of Cups starting this entire thing off here, in reverse, the what would normally be considered a joyful, happy unit is not. It's instead that energy is topsy-turvy. It's flipped. There's a lot of disjointedness. There's a lot of disconnectedness. The emotions between you guys are just not aligned the way that they should be. With the 10 of Cups in reverse, a lot of the things that tend to come to mind are betrayals or breakups, for instance, breakups of that happy unit. With the Six of Wands here in the middle, this feels very much like the Six of Wands is really the card of feeling like you are being victorious, and it seems really counter to everything around it, but it feels like you are like there's this air of victory, but it's like winning over someone else losing, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm not quite explaining that the way that I'm feeling it in my head. But it's more like you're one there's like this one upping relationship that's happening. So like if someone else gets over, then the other person has to get over even more, and then it just keeps going and compounding, where the whole goal ends up being the one to ultimately be victorious in the end, whatever that looks like. But in reality, no one's really winning. So with the Two of Wands, what I feel like is that ultimately the Two of Wands is about planning for the future, wanting to make progress. Twos are about understanding that there are choices available to you. So this is a pivotal moment, right? Where things may not be quite right, but you have to decide for yourself whether you want to make them right. Do you think that it's possible? Um, or do you need to just plan to move on your separate ways in the future? So in traditional Two of Wands cards, the wands are separate, but in this one they're overlapped. So I feel like in this case, maybe this is something where you guys need to reconnect and see if there are things that you need to work out. Now, I did mention a few keywords like betrayal, other people being involved. That doesn't necessarily have to mean cheating. It could just mean that they are sharing information about the relationship with people that you might not want them to. So I will keep just caveat that um it doesn't need to be like actual cheating to be betrayal. It could just be that they're sharing intimate discussions you guys have with people that aren't involved in the situation, and it's now making things worse and just compounding on top of it. So when it comes to making this plan, what is are these things forgivable, these things workable? Can you move forward? And if not, then what does that look like? But I would say, that's definitely you're kind of in ending here with this 2 of wands, the 2s being the duality of choice. You're at a bit of a crossroad, and it's up to you to decide what it is you wanna do. And sometimes that can be hard. Something missing from this are swords, so there really is no communication. So if I were to recommend a solution outside of what I'm seeing in the cards and based off of what's missing in the cards, perhaps talk to each other and see if you guys are even on the same page to begin with. Yes, nothing is set in stone. All right, Steph, my lovely moderator. You're welcome, James. Thank you for the tip, and um good luck with everything. One word buttercup. Let's see. Any urgent messages, advice from spirit guides this month? Girls. One more. Okay. 3 of cups, 4 of swords, and the 6 of swords. 6? Yes. Okay. The hollow is really hard to read. Like, you guys can read it, but the lights from my angle makes this very hard to read. Um, so interesting. It's funny. I basically manifested the 4 of swords showing up. Sorry, Steph. So I don't think I wouldn't say that these are necessarily urgent. I wouldn't call them urgent. Um, I would just say that maybe this is a point of like reflection for you in a little ways. So I guess I'll start with I'll just go in order. I'll go in order. So the 3 of cups, 3 of cups is basically like enjoying time with your friends, right? Just that connection, that community, whatever they may look like to you. I think that's really just one of the messages. It feels a little disjointed, right? So sometimes I feel like I get pieces of stuff that you can dive deeper into. And this is what I usually do in my full like paid readings. I will break things off and then we'll dive into one side and dive into another side because they feel like 2 different things that need to be talked about. But here, the 4 of swords with the 6 of swords, there's an element of needing to take a break. Just take a moment, right? So if you have been dwelling on things mentally, like just go have some fun, like relax. Just enjoy your friendships with no pressure, no concept of responsibility to those connections. Just go out and enjoy yourself because on this side of things, it seems like you just need a break. 4 of swords is really the like rest and recover and reflect card. And then the 6 of swords is the card where it's like we need to move on, right? So if you think of the card between them, we have that 5 of swords, which is mental struggles where you've gone from this period of rest into this conflict, and then you enter the Six of Swords where you're leaving that behind. So these two together suggest that you need to rest and just focus on ways to leave that behind. I wouldn't even say focus on it actually. Just leave it behind. Um, it's really funny. This Six of Swords is a very aggressive card, so it's like it feels very like aggressively move on, aggressively find your harmony. So here we have this point where you're resting, recovering, giving your mind a break, taking the pressures off of yourself, so that way you can just live and let be. And um, it could be about your job. Let me see. Um, let's pull. I'll pull two cards and see. So we have the Queen of Cups and the Devil. If you feel that it's your job, it could be. I feel like it might just be everything. How like and your job could be a root cause of it, but it could be a lot of different things compounding into one major thing. So the Queen of Cups, this feels very reversed, and the Devil is upright. Okay, Queen of Cups feels very reversed because it feels like she doesn't have a handle on her emotions. She doesn't have the control to nurture herself in the way that she needs to. And a lot of that might stem from, and this is where your job could really be coming into play. It stems from not feeling free enough to do so. So with the Devil card, it feels like you're very much being locked down to things. It the devil the devil could manifest in a few ways where it's like overindulgence and the sex drug rock and roll side of things, but a lot of and the other side of the devil is really feeling like there's this thing that's really just weighing you down. You feel like you're tethered to it, and even when you're away from it, you feel like you're never really actually away from it. So if that is your job, I tell people, like, when I do readings, I'm not a mind reader. I'm trying to help you uncover the things that are obvious to the universe, but maybe not obvious to yourself. So if your job is the first thing that came to mind, perhaps that is the thing that you feel tethered to, even when you're not at work, and it's affecting everything around you. It affects how you interact with your friends, or when you interact with your friends, how you take care of yourself when you're not at work, how you take care of yourself when you are at work. Um, and while this doesn't it still doesn't feel urgent, it just feels like a thing that you need to break out of. Luke said, "Slow your ass down and stop overworking yourself." Streamlabs doesn't like ass. I'm gonna have to go and like fix that. Like, give green words. I don't know, instead of red flag words. This is the second time tonight that Luke got called out by Streamlabs for saying ass. It's not even a real curse word anymore. It's 2024. Hey, wife, welcome. Yes, Steph. So, I feel like, I feel like if this is a work thing, it's not obviously we can only take but so many breaks from work, right? We can take some time off or whatever, but I think what this is really boiling down to is how can you compartmentalize in a healthy way where you leave work at work, and maybe a lot of that stems from your friends. Like, how can you let them pull you out of this hole that work might be sucking you into, and really is like a, no pun intended, but black hole of just emotional drain, which I related to look at my new job. Now it's whole different issues. Okay, wife, you will be my last one. Actually, midnight, if you like reading, you can totally have one as well. So go ahead, wife, and put your question in the chat. You're welcome, Steph. Oh, reminder. Um, Syl from A Life Full of Simplicity and I are going to be doing our very first tarot tag on March 17th in honor of St. Patty's Day. So it's going to be St. Patty's Day tag. So make sure you guys set your reminders. I'm going to set up that event after this and join us for our very first tag. All right, let's see. I was like, who is Marcy? Okay. Let's see what these dreams about your boyfriend are about. Okay, we have the Eight of Swords, the Tower, and the Ace of Wands. Mm. Okay. I'm just thinking here. Oh yeah, make sure you like the video, guys. So I'll just go in order. Sometimes I like to start in the middle, but I think I'll just go in order here. So with the Eight of Swords, I think this is just kind of a sign that uh because this is someone you care about, your mind is like hyper focused on them and maybe not consciously, which is why they are showing up in your in dreams. It's interesting because this is a spider here, and it's almost like your boyfriend has you caught up in his little web, but it's not doing you any real services here with the tower. This is really a sign that you really need to just maybe break everything down and start over, start fresh. That can either be with them or with someone else. Um, I would say it feels I'm I don't want to make that decision. I'm gonna actually just describe things and let you make that decision for yourself. So with the Eight of Swords here, the Eight of Swords, it there's this concept of feeling like you're stuck and trapped, but it's actually of your own making. And not to say that whatever happened with between you guys in the past is invalid, because it's not. It's more so like you're having these dreams because you are stuck on this person. You have to decide for yourself whether that's good or bad. With the tower card, um, it generally leans towards not being the most beneficial for you. I don't want to say it's good or bad. What I'll say is it tends not to be the most beneficial. Instead, usually what it is you need to let that go, break everything down, start from scratch, and build yourself up from there. Uh, and a lot of times it's hard to do when we are dwelling on things, right? You're stuck in this web. Um, the Ace of Wands also indicates that maybe it's just time for something new, something fresh and exciting. Uh, Aces are beginnings. Aces are also, they give this air of success. So it kind of feels like successfully starting something new. Uh, you may not be there yet. And I'm not saying that necessarily this is the right time. Also, I'm just someone slinging cards on the internet. Please do what's right for you in the long run. But what I will say with the Ace of Wands is that there's this element of energy and movement and potential and inspiration that you really have the chance to grasp onto and start fresh with that energy. So if you allow yourself to move on from this position, you can break down those walls, start something new, start something fresh for yourself in this energy of feeling inspired and creative and passionate about something else, anything else really. So I think these dreams are anxieties that are being manifested in your dreams, not manifested in reality. They're manifesting in your dreams. Because this is something, it's a stressful period. So it's your brain processing what is going on in the situation. But it's really showing that you're stuck in this position where you don't want to move on from this person. You're trapped in, like I said, trapped in this web, but you need to allow yourself to break free of that, break everything down and perhaps start over. Yeah, this is the cover art of of the box and the book that goes along with it. I actually really love this. This is one of my favorite tower cards. I want to say tarot so bad. It's awesome cover art, and that and the backs of the cards totally sold me on this deck. I actually really love this deck. It's one of my favorites. I think this made my top deck of, like, one of my top decks of 2023. I don't remember anymore. But wife, good luck. Hopefully everything works out. And guys, make sure you like this video. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to know more about the giveaway that's being announced, make sure you have your notification turned on and make sure you join my Discord where I will be making the first announcements. If you like any of these decks, I've done flip throughs of them. This is from Running Press. I really like this. I feel it's a little weird because I have to read the guidebook with you guys on live. I always feel a little weird about that, and I think it's just social pressure, honestly. So I don't use it very often, but I do really like this deck. So if you want to see more of it, either or, let me know. Thank you, Midnight. We're still building, but the goal is to be more consistent in 2024. It is my live and I can do whatever I want. No one can stop me. All right, guys. If you're on Discord, I'll see you on Discord. I'm done for the night. I'll be back next week. I think I'll be back next Friday. I'm going to do Fridays May oh gosh. I'll do Fridays for a while. I think I might just be doing a little bit of everything because of tournaments and travel and stuff. But just make sure you're um oh, midnight, did you want a reading? Did I miss it? Oh, my bad. I almost missed it. Look at Steph keeping me accountable. What March has for you at the end. Okay. Let's see. My bad. I almost did the whole wrap up. Steph saved your life. Ooh. Okay, next card. Let's see. We have our another repeat, the Six of Swords. Okay, let's start off here. We have the King of Cups, we have the Six of Swords, and then we have the Five of Cups. So I think March, March, I think will invite you to. I know, no Four of Swords. I honestly, I was like, if that comes up, I'm gonna lose my mind on live stream. So the Six of Swords, I feel like there is an element to being able to move on and heal with the Six of Swords. So I feel like with the cups around it, the goal for March is all about healing. Six of Swords maybe more mentally, whereas these cards more emotionally. And I don't think this has to do with like the classic idea of like physical healing, like getting your physical health in order. But of course, yes, do that. But this is more so being able to heal the things from that have affected you mentally and it affected you emotionally, because a lot of times that can be a really hard situation to be in. So I think that's the core of everything, right? Getting your mind in order, resetting, being able to accept things and leave certain things behind instead of dwelling on them. Yeah, basically. So we have the King of Cups, which is really like the combination of everything here, right? We have swords, we have cups, and then we have the King of Cups. The king is air energy, the cups water energy. So you have a complete balance here of air and water. The King of Cups is like, I feel like maybe this card is saying like accept help from people when it's being offered. So, especially people that provide that paternal support to you. So, it could be your dad, or it could be like doctors that are very supportive. It could be friends that are supportive and kind of have more of that masculine energy. It could be a variety of things. So, on the king side, there's an element of wisdom there that can help you process through things. And then on the cup side, there's that element of healing, um, and love and nurturing that you get. So, there's a balance there. And then on the other side, we have the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is where we kind of focus on the negative when not realizing that there's actually a lot of positive that we're also ignoring. So when the Five of Cups pops up, it generally tells me that a lot of things have been hard, so it's very easy to dwell on those difficulties, those obstacles, but you forget, and you even mentioned it earlier actually, you forget how far you have come in a specific journey where there are these achievements that you've made, but you just don't acknowledge them. So the Five of Cups is like the reminder to acknowledge those those good things that are going for you, even though, yeah, not everything's perfect. When is it ever? Um, Also understanding that it's okay to feel a little sad, just do not fall into the sphere of self-pity and wallowing. That's where we don't wanna go. So, yeah, I think that, you were kinda spot on with saying it, but I think you need to feel it. You need to go through the process of either reflecting on, consciously reflecting on where you started versus where you are now, and all of the help that you get, and even being able to talk this through with someone who has experienced this in real time, whoever this King of Cups is to you, being able to talk through where you were to where you are now can be very validating as well. It's not something you necessarily this isn't necessarily something you need to do on your own. You can definitely talk through it. And I know I mentioned earlier this could be someone masculine, like a father figure or something in your life, but it doesn't it could just be someone who exudes this energy. I'm feeling very wise and thoughtful, but also very nurturing at the same time. So feel free to lean on those people. You don't have to do it alone. Um, and if you need someone to just kind of talk through your journey and understanding that there are these really great things that you have overcome and are doing better in, do that. There's no shame in it at all. I agree, Steph. Super real. Let me pull. Oh God, it's getting to the point of the night where I get like major butterfingers. Let me pull an oracle card for you, and then I will wrap it up. Just an overall card. Let's take this one. We have the skunk. Let's see what Mr. Skunk says for us. Okay. The skunk is alternative solutions, resourcefulness. The skunk knows how to get and keep what it wants. Its defensive tactics are also some of the most unique around. If a skunk's energy is present, you too could benefit from tapping into your resourcefulness and finding a solution through innovative means. It's likely you've been trusting your tried and true methods to solve a problem, but it seems the harder you try, the more elusive the solution is. Consider for a moment the resources that exist outside of you, which could be this King of Cups here. Sometimes the answer really does lie in another person. Haha. Look at that. So I feel like the skunk is also saying, don't do things on your own. You don't have to make this journey on your own, even though it can sometimes feel very isolating or feel very much like you are burdening people around you. But I feel like that's what friends and family and your support group is for. Midnight unicorn is now midnight skunk. The universe has spoken. You're welcome. Alrighty, guys. For real this time. Join me over on Discord. We can chat about stuff. If you want to chat about these decks, if you enjoyed your readings, all that jazz. And I will catch you guys on the flip side. Thank you so much, Steph, for moderating. Luke and Midnight, thank you so much for joining. And I will see you guys later.